Here.
Here.
Are there any conflict of interest statements?
No, ma'am.
Okay, approval of the minutes of the meeting for February 19th, 2026.
I recommend approval.
And I concur. Moving on to number 5, 2026 road maintenance program. We have 2 bids here to open. The first bid is from Site Services, Inc., the city of Hammond. So we have the Form 96. Bid proposal, bid bond. The Form 96 bid. That's supposed to normally comes after the Form 96, but
Yeah.
it's up here. That's the Form 96. Yeah. See it? Okay, I don't see the non-collusion affidavit.
It should be part of Form 96.
I have the Form 96, but
It's like the 4th page in from Form 96.
yeah, we don't see
We
it.
don't see it. No.
We don't see it.
Yeah.
Okay, this bid is coming in at $478,132.98. Repeating, that's $478,132.98.
Who was the contractor?
Site Services. Okay, the next one is from Reeve Riley of Gary, Indiana. Have the bid proposal. Have
Yeah, they can,
the bid bond. Right on, thank you. The Form 96. And a non-collusion affidavit. Right on, thank you very much. And that one's coming in for $513,650.67. Repeating, $513,650.67.
Thank you to the board. Thank you especially to the bidders. We're grateful to have responses. I'd ask that you refer these bids to our consultant for review, tabulation, and recommendation.
I recommend we do that.
And I concur.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, moving on to number 6, matters from other department heads or their representatives. Number 7, correspondence. Correspondence received from Jeffrey Long, Chief of Police, requesting the approval for the following. Officer Benjamin Daniels be promoted to the rank of corporal effective March 19th, 2026. Officer Keon Parker shall receive traffic specialty pay effective January 19th, 2026. Officer Edgar Horta will no longer be performing the duties of canine officer and therefore relinquish his canine specialty pay effective February 26, 2026. Officer Travis Priester will resign effective the close of business on March 6, 2026. And Correctional Officer Ashlyn Delgado resigned effective the close of business on February 22nd, 2026.
I recommend Chief Short's request. Oh, Chief Long's request, sorry.
And I concur. Letter B, Correspondence received from Bernard Gazzolia, Fire Chief, requesting approval of the following firefighter candidates be promoted effective March 9th, 2026. James Mansfield, Justin Blair, Miguel Aguilar, Maxwell Smith, and Ethan Lucas.
I recommend the chief's request. We recommend approval.
And I concur. Letter C, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting advertising dates of March 5th, 2026 and March 12th, 2026, with a bid opening of March 26th, 2026 for the 165th Street Improvement Project Road Maintenance Program from Kennedy Avenue to Grand Avenue, submitted for approval.
This is a unique request. It's a typical bid, right? But this is a request by the State of Indiana Department of Transportation to bid out our applied for community crossings matching grant that we did not receive earlier this year because the state had limited funding. At the request of NDOT, they understand that there's a Senate bill that's been floated in the Indiana legislature that adds money to the program, another $75 million. And so at their urging, they asked us to go out for bids, to not award a contract until NDOT can review the information, make sure those funds are available, and then after they approve it, they would award us the matching grant funds through community crossings. So we appreciate the bidders who would be interested in this project, we spell this out in the notice to bidders that this is sort of contingent on that funding, right? So we're not surprising anybody if this doesn't get funded. So ask for your approval to go to permission to advertise.
I recommend approval.
And I concur.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Moving on to number 8, matters from board members. Got anything?
No, ma'am.
Okay, neither do I. Number 9, new business. Letter A, land lease application with Norfolk Southern Corporation for property located at 2012 165th Street, submitted for approval.
Mr. Button and I have been working with Norfolk Southern on this property. It's a property that redevelopment is very interested in to help with a redevelopment project in that area. I believe Norfolk Southern this is the first step in the process so that Norfolk Southern can evaluate the property and determine what needs to be done. There's also a matching claim that's going to go through for $500 from the city that we're taking care of it through the law department as well. I'd appreciate its approval as presented. Dean, did I leave anything out?
No,
We're
sir.
good? All right.
It's complete.
I recommend approval.
And I concur. Letter B, proposal to provide litigation support services from Enviroforensics, submitted for approval.
Generally, I wouldn't necessarily bring these contracts before the board. This is a little bit unique, just because usually the law department handles the hiring of attorneys and litigation stuff. But this is a little bit unique in the project, so I would request, this has to do with some environmental litigation potential and review, so I'd request its approval as presented.
Okay. I recommend approval.
And I concur.
And I would also note for the record, Ron Novak's involved and is aware of that as well.
Letter C, agreement to rehabilitate property located at 51 Webb Street, submitted for approval.
So we're pretty familiar with 51 Webb. It appears we finally have a person who would like to rehab it. I know that Jordan feels this way, and so does Bill and Kelly, that we really want to keep track on this because of the long-standing timeline we've had on this property. So there should be an expiration date. I'm hoping that we could maybe get a status prior, but I'll leave it to Jordan if he thinks we'd want one prior to the 90 days.
I don't believe we need one prior to the 90 days. The owner, though he hasn't had much effort in the past, he has called me twice in the past 2 weeks.
Okay?
He says he's got a list of contractors, he's going over getting quotes and estimates for the work to be done, and then he's gonna sign the agreement with the contractors to move forward with permits.
Okay, then if, I defer to Jordan on this. If he thinks 90 days is good, let's just do it right before the expiration.
May 21st?
May 21st, okay?
Sounds good?
All right. I recommend that we set this for status for May 21st, 2025.
26.
26.
And I concur.
We're not
Almost
going.
to March, Donnie.
I know,
It's all right. I want to be in 2025 too. I don't want to get older.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
Letter D, contract for demolition services for JM Industrial Services for properties located at 4243 Dearborn Avenue at $21,125, 4420 Henry Avenue at $17,550, 7224 Lindbergh Avenue at $17,950, 3 Locust Street at $17,675, 1131 Lion Street in the front at $17,675, 4913 Pine, the garage only, for $4,800, and 1024 Reese Avenue at $17,675.
These are all properties that Mr. Kearney has requested award to in the past. They have active demolition orders, and the board has approved this award. The only thing I would note on here is that, for example, I know that Reese Avenue is under a rehab agreement. The practice is to do the contract, but permits won't be issued unless they are okayed for demo. So I'd request its approval as presented.
Recommend approval.
And I concur. Letter E, right-of-way permits, there's 5, received from engineering for approval.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
So we have 5, a couple of NIPSCO's gas service, nothing major. Another one that I like to do a contingent upon, Hammond Group came in, we met with them, Bill and I, about a permit, just a lane restriction. That's the lead plant,
Oh, like 2,500?
2,500. They're putting a piece of equipment in.
Okay.
It's just for a lane restriction. So we worked it out. So
That's
I
what
like,
they're doing, what, a crane or something on the street?
I
That's what
believe
they
so.
for? Yeah, okay.
It's some sort of fan or a dryer. So contingent upon that, make sure Bill and I are okay with it. Then the other one would be, the state has a project for flex roads on the Borman Expressway. The entire length of the city, basically which flex roads are, you've probably seen this throughout the United States. It's a project that has traffic signals to allow people to enter and onto the expressway.
They're doing the
So
work.
that's starting. Permit from Superior, they need to cut trees along the expressway, so they're gonna have flag people. So I asked them to let us know when they're gonna be out there and when they're gonna do it, and police and fire are gonna be aware of the project, because they're gonna be closing entrance ramps, exit ramps throughout the project. So I would recommend approval. Thank you.
I recommend approval.
And I concur. Moving on to letter F, garage sale permits submitted for approval. Just the-
Just the one. Okay. I recommend approval.
And I concur. Number 10, old business, status for 1933 Maiden Lane with an order to appear.
Yes, so this also has an address at Caroline, 1933 Caroline. We're pretty familiar with it. This is the photos we showed last time. It was set for like a 2-week. It was here on the 12th. And Jordan was concerned that there was no contact with the owner, and we ordered him to appear today. I think he's got an update.
Good morning, Board. I was made aware this morning that the property has a lockbox code, and they're willing to let me go in and do the inspection without anybody present. So I plan on going there this afternoon to get the inspection taken care of and get updated photos and potentially a timeline on how much work needs to be completed.
2 weeks.
Know the status?
Yeah,
Okay.
2 weeks.
Who's status? 2 weeks?
And I would order to, if we could have order to appear again.
9?
Hmm?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm ahead of myself. Okay, we'll set this for status for March 12th.
Is that okay with everybody?
Is that what everybody? Okay, March 12th, 2026.
Yeah, got it. Got it. You're right. Okay. Move in the order to appear.
In order to appear for the owner.
Okay. Letter B, status for 434 Vine.
434 Vine, this had a house fire originally. There was an inspection done. Jordan actually did the inspection a bit ago. We entered into a rehab agreement that expires today. The board set it for status for today. And I'll leave it to Jordan to update the board. It was entered on November 13th, 2025.
So, in that time frame from when the demo inspection was completed, the contractor has pulled the building permit as of 1/15/26, the mechanical permit 2/4 of 26, and the electric was pulled 12/19 of 25, which the electric had a rough inspection already completed. The contractor was in this morning to discuss what needs to happen. I told him that I would present to the board as I have information for, but I do need to get an inspection. So he said if I need one, I can call him and get in with no problems.
And I show Caleb Guzman as the owner. Who is the contractor we're dealing with, Jordan?
The contractor that is the general for the job is NVPC,
MVPC.
and that is Pedro Madron. He does a good amount of the fire rehabs and rehabs inside of Hammond.
Because we've got an expired rehab agreement and we don't have an extension currently, I guess I would defer to Mr. Pollock as far as how long, 30, 60 days, whatever you think.
If we can do an order to appear for 30 days, so that we can guarantee that we get the owner to come in and sign an extension for the rehab agreement, and then I'll have updated photos at that time.
All right, so March 26th? I'll set this, recommend that we set this for status and in order to appear for the owner for March 26, 26.
And I concur. Letter C, status for 6826 through 28 Kennedy.
This is the restaurant that's being rehabbed. It was last set for January 15th. Jordan had mentioned he spoke with Mr. Soto regarding the roof and insulation, and it was set for status today.
So, I, as well as the electrical inspector, have been back in that property as of 2/11/26. We did a rough framing inspection for the remainder of the spaces inside the storage room, the water closet. The rough electrical is also passed as of 2/11. I would like to get a better timeline because it's unclear of when they will be completed. So I'd request a 30-day order to appear for this property owner as well as the contractor.
You did March 26th date again? Okay. All right, we set this for status and in order to appear for the owner for March 26, 26,
And contractor.
and contractor.
And I concur.
Thank you, Board.
Thank you.
Number 11, late rental registration hearings. Don't see any. Number 12, meeting open to the public. Okay.
Did
You want to come up?
Go ahead, man.
Good morning. My name is Joanna Charles. I reside in 6944 Madison Avenue, Hammond, Indiana. And I would like to request a sign for residential parking. I live right across Edison Elementary, and I've been having issues parking when I come back around the time. It's a school drop-off and pickup. And there's people parking in front of my house, and there's no parking for me, and I have a 4-year-old. And when it's snowing, I slip and I injure my back, so I would like to request that if there's any way I can get a residential parking sign. I already mentioned it in my neighborhood meeting, and that's how they oriented me to come over here. I have no idea how this works. I just had like that in mind.
Go ahead. So residential parking signs are normally for the entire block. There's not for a specific residence per se, and the whole block would have to sign on for us to even look at getting residential parking there. But our engineer is here, maybe he can expound on it more.
I guess I would ask that you refer the matter to the engineering department. We will look at it. You know, if in the meantime you want to get your neighbors to sign a petition that says that they support that, that would be helpful to you in moving this forward. But we'd be happy to take a look at it and be clear. The 100 block and the street name again, I'm sorry.
6944 Madison Avenue.
Madison. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're happy to take a look at the 6900 block, parking for residential only. And in the meantime, did you submit a written request to the law department?
No, it's
Okay.
my first time here. I have like no idea how this works, and I just want to do it. I don't want to get down and ask them like, can I park here? I come down with groceries and all that, so I don't want to get into an argument. And I mean, it's public, it's public parking too, but I didn't have any issues years before.
Do you have a driveway, ma'am? No?
No driveway.
Okay.
No, unfortunately, no driveway.
Yeah, so we make these permissions granted pretty routinely. So if you could just give us an opportunity to look at it, I'm happy to look at it and do what I can to support the request.
You understand what you need to do, right, ma'am? As far as getting something written to the law department, as well as getting signatures from your neighbors?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and if I could just get you to write down a contact, either email
Sure.
or telephone number, then I just wrote your address there. If you could do that, that way I can get back to you.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna
Thank you.
refer this to engineering for follow-up.
Yep,
And I concur.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Is there anybody else from the public? You two out there okay? Okay. Chris, you got anything? I'm good. Chief, nothing? All right.
All right.
Kelly, how about you? Nothing? All right.
I recommend
What else would you?
No, that's fine.